One man, one careless mistake, and just like that, four-time world champions Germany were on a plane home. Gone. Done. Eliminated. This is the kind of villain origin story football fans will be talking about for years. And if you think this was just bad luck, you have no idea what actually happened in that penalty box. Let's set the scene. Monday night, Boston Stadium in Foxborough. Germany versus Paraguay. Round of 32. The four-time champions against a team that hadn't been here in 16 years. The score was tied. Extra time. And then it happened. Jonathan Tah rose above everyone and powered a header into the net off a corner. The stadium erupted. Germany thought they had it. They did not have it. Because seconds later, the referee was waved over to the screen. VAR had seen something. The man at the center of it all, Waldemar Anton, Germany's own defender. According to the review, Anton had blocked Paraguay's goalkeeper, Orlando Gil, denying him any real chance of getting to the ball before it crossed the line. A clear foul, the VAR official ruled. The goal was wiped off the board entirely. Germany's celebration turned into stunned silence in about 4 seconds flat. Now, on the surface, this looks like simple misfortune. A freak VAR call. Nobody's fault, just bad timing. But the second you actually watch the replay, the picture gets a lot murkier, because plenty of pundits looked at that contact and called it soft. Way too soft to wipe out a World Cup goal. Some said it should never have been overturned at all. So why did Anton put himself in that position in the first place? Start with the build-up. This was not some random accident. Anton drifted into the goalkeeper's space at exactly the wrong moment, in exactly the wrong way, on a corner kick where positioning is everything. One bad step, one moment of carelessness, that's all it takes. And the timing made it so much worse. Extra time, score level. Germany desperate for any kind of breakthrough after dominating the entire match. They had fired off 21 shots, 16 corners. And the one time the ball actually went in, the villain of the story was wearing his own shirt. Not Paraguay, not the referee. His own teammates' positioning sank the goal before it even had a chance to count. The frustration on the German bench was instant. You could see it. Heads in hands. Players looking at each other in disbelief. But the disallowed goal was only the beginning of the damage. The real cost came later, in the shootout, when the psychological hit from that moment never actually left the German side. Watch the penalties closely, and you can feel it. Jonathan Tah, the very man whose goal got taken away, stepped up to the spot under unbearable pressure. And he did not recover. He blasted his attempt clean over the bar and into the stands on live television for the whole world to see. When the goal that should have won you the game gets ruled out because of your own teammate, the belief in that dressing room does not just disappear, it shatters. And here's the detail that really seals how costly this moment was. Manuel Neuer, one of the greatest goalkeepers the sport has ever seen, made a save in that very shootout just to keep Germany's hopes alive for one more round. It did not matter. Paraguay's Jose Canale stepped up right after and buried the winner, sending four-time champions Germany home in the cruelest way imaginable, all because of one block in a crowded penalty box minutes earlier. And Anton had no answer for it. Think about that. A defender's split-second positioning error wiped out a legitimate goal, crushed his own captain's confidence on the spot, and ended Germany's entire World Cup before the round of 16 even arrived. The disallowed goal did not directly cause the shootout loss. It was just the moment that planted the seed. Here's where it gets even worse for him, because this call is now going to follow Anton for the rest of his career. In the entire history of German football at the World Cup, this marked their very first ever penalty shootout defeat at the tournament. Coaches have made mistakes at World Cups before, sure. But rarely does one single player's split-second error get replayed on every sports channel for days straight. Pundits across Europe spent the following morning picking apart that exact clip frame by frame, debating whether the contact was even real. Some defended Anton, calling it harsh officiating on a marginal call. Others were brutal, saying a World Cup quality defender should never be that careless around his own goalkeeper in a moment that big. Either way, the damage to his name was already done. And here's the kicker. Anton wasn't even having a bad tournament before this. He had started every single Germany game, helped marshal a backline that had conceded very little and looked like one of the more reliable parts of this squad. None of that matters now. One clip, 4 seconds long, is what people will remember. The defender who blocked his own team out of the World Cup. Social media did not wait long to pile on. Within hours, clips of the incident were everywhere. Slowed down, zoomed in, dissected from 6 different camera angles. German tabloids ran with brutal headlines by morning. Some fans called for him to be dropped from the national team entirely. Others pointed out that VAR itself deserves just as much blame for overturning a goal on what plenty of experienced commentators considered an extremely soft, almost invisible foul. Either way, Anton's name is now permanently tied to one of the most controversial eliminations in recent World Cup memory. So, who actually deserves the blame here? Is it the defender who made one careless step at the worst possible time? Is it the video assistant referee who decided a marginal nudge was enough to wipe out a legitimate goal? Or is it simply the brutal, unforgiving nature of knockout football, where one mistake in one moment can end years of buildup in an instant? There is no clean answer. And that is exactly why this story has refused to die down. Paraguay, meanwhile, could not care less about the debate. They are through to the round of 16 on the back of one of the gutsiest goalkeeping performances of the tournament, and they are not looking back. Germany, on the other hand, go home to a media storm, a player under fire, and years of questions about whether this golden generation will ever get another shot at redemption. Now, I want to hear from you. Was Anton the villain of this World Cup? Or is he just an easy target for a much bigger VAR controversy? Did the referee get this one badly wrong? Drop your verdict in the comments and subscribe, because we are barely into the knockout rounds and the villains are already lining up. And trust me, this will not be the last one. I'll see you in the next one.